Actually, we found at Didit that one of the most important conversations we have to have with clients is their tolerance for risk and experimentation. Do they want to fail fast? We may recommend they fail fast so they can learn more quickly and reach the next plateau of efficiency, but they may not have a tolerance for that culturally. Have you found that to be the case in conversations you've had with marketers, that their tolerance for risk or experimentation differs from the strategy you would recommend?
I agree. I agree. There is definitely initially there is a barrier that they think they don't quite buy this idea that you can really fail faster at a low cost. So it does take time and encouragement to get to that. But the strategy that I follow pretty frequently is to say, well, I am not going to request you to fail at the biggest keyword that you're getting traffic for, right? I can say, well, why don't we take a small cluster of terms that are in the mid-torso, or maybe a bunch of them from the long tail, and let's experiment there. Let's not experiment with the first top landing page that you have, because you are just more resistant to failing at that level. Let's pick the 9th and the 10th, and let me prove to you that improvement landing pages can work. Or let me figure out how to do something for a particular ad group, or a display campaign on YouTube. So I look for opportunities where I can reduce their stress by saying, let's try it with something smaller or medium size, and then we'll go back and try it at something big. And I find that works. So one of the cases I gave this morning was with this car company that had said that we're never going to buy our brand term on paid search if we rank #1 for organic. And I said, well, that's a great opinion. I said, why don't we convert it into a hypothesis and test it? Test and see if it makes sense to buy paid search ads for your brand terms. And it took me a little while to convince them. I said, okay, let's not buy it for the top cars that you're selling. Let's buy for your medium range passenger sedan. And they were more open to that. We ran the test. And we ran a 6-week test, a controlled experiment. And we proved that, first, there's 11% cannibalization. They were very happy to realize that part of what they thought was true. 11% of the time you pay for something that's free. Second thing we learned is when we ran the paid search ad, conversions improved by 46%. They were the CMO was blown away when he saw this. And I said, think for a second how much money you have lost until today. Right? Just think about it. And that kind of got the ball rolling. So I try and pick some of these things where they will accept the risk a little bit less, and then use a nice little, slightly meaty thing to prove to them, because once you prove to them, it works. And I know very much that Didit does that. I have to, you're fighting the good fights. I really do want Didit to keep saying that message, because it is the right message.